Well, hello and welcome to a new video. Please excuse my bare face right now, especially this nice little new friend we've got going on here. I'm actually going to try two foundations and compare them, so hence the bare face. So today we are testing and comparing two foundations from Catrice. The first one is the HD Liquid Coverage Foundation. This is in the shade 36 Hazelnut Beige. This one I've had for a very long time. I mean, this is a new one, but I had tried another shade of that one a long time ago, and I loved it. For a while, it was pretty much my go-to foundation. At the time, I applied it with an Artiste brush. I don't know why. I tried it one time and I realized it was really good to do it with that kind of brush because it's quite liquidy. And so in my head, I thought that maybe a beauty blender would swallow too much of the product, if that makes sense. I am going to use a beauty blender on both sides today, but just so you know, I have used it quite a bit and I loved it. I really loved it. However, we do have a new player in town, and this is the True Skin Hydrating Foundation. This is in the shade 30 Neutral Sand. I have tried it a couple of times, but I feel like I can't quite grasp an opinion about this. Tati Westbrook spoke very highly about it, which is why I bought it. And I don't know, I feel like I haven't put too much effort into actually trying it and seeing what it's worth. I just feel like the shade is a bit off for me, and that probably plays a major role in me not really knowing what to think of the product. Despite it being marketed as neutral, this is a more pink than I would like it to be on my skin tone. So because I'm planning on doing a full face of Catrice soon, I wanted to put these two to the test against each other and see which one I prefer. So I'm going to use a beauty blender to apply my foundation. One side is going to be the liquid coverage and the other side is going to be the True Skin. So here's what we have so far. I mean, you can tell there's definitely a difference in colors. This is more my skin tone when it comes to the depth. This is definitely a bit too dark, but it's more golden, whereas this one is not right now. Like, as you see it, it might be okay, but I actually feel like it's just too pink on me. I don't know why. So I'm gonna do the rest of my makeup. I'm gonna go about my day and I will come back to you very soon. Okay, so I'm back. My makeup is done. So on first impressions, I mean, the difference between the two sides of my face, I still see it. I guess on video and from afar it's okay. I think that this side is actually really getting too dark for me, whereas this one, I mean, it blends in nicely with my neck, but the issue is that, you see, I look a little too, I don't know, too pink, too light, too not healthy, if that makes sense. Other than the shade, what I noticed is that this side is a bit drier, which it makes sense because this is a hydrating foundation. This I know is a matte long wearing foundation, and so it's gonna be a bit more drying. But I definitely noticed some drier patches on here. To be fair, it is the beginning of winter and I have been taking a lot of long walks outside, and so my face gets a lot of cold wind. I actually even have like a dry weird thing here. Anyway, I do notice for sure this side is drier. This is more hydrating. It wasn't the name, so it's no surprise here. I am gonna keep on wearing this all day, and I will be back for a last checkup. Okay, so it is the end of the day. It's about 7 p.m. right now. I put my makeup on around, I would say like 2 p.m. probably, which, you know, it's not that long time, but still 5 hours-ish is enough for me to give an opinion on a foundation, and especially enough to compare the two. Now, I just added a little bit of lip gloss on because my lips were, I mean, everything was gone. So just to have something pretty on the lips, I did add some lip gloss. I did try very quickly to powder up my nose just to cover the patch here, but it is what it is. The thing is, I just have to blow my nose very often, especially right now, because like I said, it is winter time and I'm taking a lot of long walks outside. So definitely this part of my face is always the part where the foundation just removes itself. But other than that, I haven't applied any other powder. I haven't retouched anything. So let's just take a closer look and inspect the foundations. Okay, so I would say for the most part, they took the test of time pretty well, which I knew this one did already, but whatever. Now, if I had to point out the major difference, I would say that this one is more matte, which, I mean, it is something that we have mentioned before. I mean, it was to be expected, but still, it is true. This side is more matte. So this side probably kept the shine away the best. But, I mean, you also can't really tell that the side is luminous either. You know, it's still a matte foundation. It's just maybe slightly less matte. Now, the downside is that I feel like this side, like if I have to be super picky, see my lines? This side creased a little bit more than that side, surprisingly enough. This has more of a soft matte finish to it, you know, where it's silky and soft and smooth. Whereas this side, it's definitely a bit more rough with my dry patches here. So yeah, definitely that side of the face is a bit more dry. So, you know, I didn't expect this video to take that kind of a turn, because I started off thinking that this one was a holy grail, a longtime favorite of mine, and that this one just never really left that good of an impression on me. And you know what? I'm going to change my mind. And I'm going to say that if I had to choose one, I would go for this one. Here's the thing with this liquid coverage. As much as I love it, I feel like it will accentuate your dry patches. And I'm someone who has more of a combo leaning oily skin type. So for me to point that out, it says something. Now, this one has a great longevity, and it keeps the shine away. You don't really need that much powder, which is a plus. And it is beautiful. It's high coverage. You definitely get a good result with this. And for a matte foundation, it doesn't crease really. It's not moving that much. It doesn't go into fine line too much either. So I feel like I can make this work for sure using a hydrating base, especially around the cheeks, which is the area right now where I have more dry patches. And it's still a foundation I really enjoy. It's just that it's not gonna be for everyone. Whereas this one, if you're like me and you want something that's covering and that's matte, you're gonna like this. But if you have a drier skin type and you don't want something that's too heavy, you're gonna like it also. You know what I mean? I feel like this is more good for everyone kind of a foundation. It definitely, again, took the test of time quite well. I would say I'm noticing a bit more creasing, and it's a little bit more shiny on this side, But honestly, it's really not that big of a deal. It's not even shiny to the point where I need to powder it to like reduce that shine. It's just a natural kind of shiny. So yeah, I believe I actually do prefer this one. I mean, looking at it now, like taking the time to actually wear it all day and really pay attention to what products I'm using it with and how it looks throughout the day, this is a good foundation, like especially if you consider the price. Like it's just an all in all good foundation. Like that's the only way I can explain it to you, where most people will like it. Most people will find a way to make it work regardless of your skin type and regardless of what kind of coverage you want. They say it's a medium to high coverage with a comfortable skin feeling. And yeah, I would say that as well. It's definitely a medium coverage. Now, if you want something super, super, super light, you probably wouldn't like it. But other than that, I mean, yeah, it's definitely a safe bet. Now, the part where this one kind of takes the cake is when it comes to application. This is a much more liquidy formula and this is a bit thicker. So if you want something that's just easy to blend in with the skin and just like boom, 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 you're done, this is going to be an easier application. But still, I mean, as thick as it is, it's still easy to work within the skin and it definitely doesn't look thick after application. So the next step here for me, can you guess, is to mix the two. So I think tomorrow probably I will mix these two together because I feel like I will get the best shade match that way. And also I'm just curious to see how they work together. So stay tuned for that. So that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. You can also subscribe to my channel because it's free, so why wouldn't you? And I will see you guys next time. Bye.